What is up, everybody, and happy freaking Sunday! How we all doing tonight? Guys, I am hyper, and I've got so much stuff to talk to y'all about. It's freaking wild. I should have probably ran a little bit more before I got on here today, but I was like, no, we're just going to run 4 miles, and we're going to get on stream, and we're going to talk about some stuff. How are we freaking doing, homies? How is everybody? Mosaic in the house. Freaking Carl, how are we doing? Wait, no, Kari. Sorry, oh my God, not Carl. Definitely not Carl. Muse, how are you tonight? Teresa, how's it going? Rosie in the house. Susie is here. Twin freaking Blade King, what is up, dude? How have you been? Joyce, hello. JR, let's talk later. Yes, most definitely. Holler at me anytime, homie. Nolan, how are you doing today? How are you, my friends? Chris in the house. Freaking Corey, happy Sunday. Hope that it's cool where you are. It's 100 degrees where I am and it's miserable. Can I tell y'all a funny story really quick? I was running around the lake where I run in my town, and the first lap I'm doing, I see that there's this dude stuck like maybe up to his knees in like mud. And I was like, he's probably just fishing because he had a fishing pole and stuff like that. So I'm like, whatever. So then I like run around it, and then I come the second mile, I see him still like freaking above his knees stuck in mud. And I was like, you know, maybe it's cause for concern. I'm going to run around another mile. And he doesn't seem like he's freaking out. So then I run around another little lap. And then on my 3rd mile in, I look down and he's actively like trying to shimmy himself out of the freaking mud. And he's stuck like up past his knees. It's like between his freaking hip and his knee, stuck in mud. And I'm like, oh God. And I just got some new shoes. Just got some brand new shoes, homies. And I was like, you know what? If I was stuck in some mud, I'd hope some little dude would come help me out. So freaking help this guy out of the mud. And I like got a tree branch that was over there, like kind of close to it, and like threw it between him and the like grass, and like stood on the branch and just like pulled this dude out of the mud. It was freaking awesome. And I saved this dude's life today. That's where I'm getting at pretty much. Maybe not. I don't really think I saved his life, but at least if nothing else, saved him from a longer inconvenience. And that's all we can hope for, homies. Nolo in the house, freaking Liz in the house, Meg, and Jim, how are you doing? How is everybody? Oh, man, so there's so much stuff going on, and I know that there is a video today that we're going to be checking out, which is this one right here. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but wha-boom! This right here, we're going to be checking out for sure, but before we actually do get into that, we do have some other things that we're going to talk about as well, too. But I just wanted to, I saw this, and I think this is definitely a worthwhile thing for us to talk about. But before we get into talking about it, homies, we got to do some other things as well, too. Because I got a lot of crap that we got going on here. Whoa! No freaking way. Oh my God, my dudes! How are y'all doing? Oh my God. Share some of that energy. I'm too old to keep up. Dude, come take some of it. Give me some of your good looks. I'll give you some of this energy, dude. How about that? We'll trade off. We'll do a little bit of a trade here. How are you doing? Alan freaking Walker! What is up, homie? How are you doing? God, I'm sorry I scream everybody's name. I realize that might be jarring to some people, and I'm so freaking sorry. I didn't mean to jar anyone. If I did jar you, I do apologize. But anyways, freaking Coach is in here as well, too. And AMAC, how are you doing? And Julie, how are you? Megora in the house. Crystal, and also Leah, and freaking Dave. How are y'all? Ruth Day, how's it going? And Mosaic Bonsai. I freaking love you guys to freaking death. And if y'all were stuck in some mud up to y'all's kneecaps, I would freaking just pull y'all out. I'd pull you out with my little tiny baby little arms. I'm talking like I've got little freaking twigs. Little tiny twigs would just come to me. I'd pull you out of the mud. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Dylan, Cotton Candy by... that song has been stuck in my freaking head. No joke. Cotton Candy. It's been stuck in my head, dude. I don't want to come home from Colorado. I didn't know where you were actually at because you're like, I'm packing. And then I'm seeing all these pictures of you in Colorado in the motherland. And I'm like, freaking looks amazing. So some stuff that we got to talk about, my homies. We've got things to discuss. Also, Throgel, we got to talk soon about potential 1OK Rock stuff. Not even potential. I actually just got in my freaking card so I can officially get into the hotel. I'll be staying at y'all's same hotel. That's what I got to tell you. But also, we got to figure out some other things. All right, so check it out, homies. First order of business. Borahae Con is on the 20th. We for sure have our homie freaking Nico from What You Gotta Say is coming out. He's going to be there. We're going to be doing a panel. And I think we might either be live streaming it or we're going to be just recording it for a later date. I'm excited about that. Tickets are still available, and if anybody does want to go to the Borahae Con, if you're in Nashville or the surrounding areas, I just posted on here, and I'll also give you guys a link as well too. Let me find this really quickly. First and foremost, but I'll give you guys a link, and then we also have our coupon code on there, which will definitely save you some money because it is expensive to do anything nowadays, man. It's expensive to do anything now. But here is, boom, the link to Borahae Con, and this, whoop-pow, skoosh. And then the coupon code is John Reeves Borahae, and that is right here. Ba-doop. Skadoosh. So we've got that going on. First order of business totally taken care of now. Look at us freaking go. We got it done. John, here in Chattanooga, by the way, did you know Austin Brown is no longer with Home Free? What's he doing now? He's freaking awesome. Percy, how are you, my friend? Look up Jim Carrey singing Take on Me. I've checked that out actually before, believe it or not. I'm a huge fan of Jim Carrey. I think he's awesome. So, Borahae Con, Nashville is coming up. It's going to be happening in a few days, actually, 13 days. So freaking, we will have myself, freaking Nico will be there. Meg, I don't know if you are for sure coming yet or not, Meg, but Meg might be there, and it's going to be a fun time. And we've got a panel going on. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff on that. So we have that. And then the next thing that we got to talk about, wha-boom, 30 and 30, the album reactions, dudes. That has been one of my favorite things I think that recently I have done on our Patreon. It's probably one of my favorite things for a number of reasons. Jen, how are you doing, Holmes? But one big reason that I'm loving doing this is because I've heard so many freaking good songs already that I'm like, I had no idea that, like, for instance, if we're just talking about everything that we've been listening to recently with One OK Rock, there is a song on their most recent album that we reacted to I had no idea was a song that they wrote. It's such a good song. It's a freaking amazing song, and I think on the next full concert reaction that we do, we actually get to hear them do it live, and I think it's the only time that they've actually done that song live. It's so freaking good. Taka does wild stuff I've never heard him do before. I loved it, but I've been finding new songs like that from each artist. We just recently listened to DPR Ian's Dear Insanity, listened to what was it, The Rose Heel. Like, there's so many different cool ones that I've checked out recently that I've been freaking loving. Pixel said, hello, first time here. Just wanted to say that you're my favorite reactor for metal. Yes, your insights are always on point. Pixel, thank you so freaking much. I love doing it. I love checking out music, my friend. Dylan, oh, Lose Control by Teddy Swims and Ghost Riders in the Sky, low bass singer you should react to. Wait, so Ghost Rider in the Sky, low bass singer. I'll have to check that one out. I've checked out Lose Control by Teddy Swims. We actually saw that one. There's like a live performance of it. Can't wait to discuss and have you on the show next. Yes! Dude, I am so freaking stoked. Johnny and I would absolutely you in Nashville if we could. Oh, dude, that would be awesome to have you guys here in Nashville with me. But also too, so the date for y'all's, let me just double check this actually, or if you want to talk about it in the chat as well too. But we do officially have a date set up for us to be throwing it down. I'll be over on their channel. If y'all are not yet subscribed to them, please make sure you guys go check them out, because I'll be on let me find out exactly when it is. Hold on. Boop doop doo. Stream. I want to say it's August, right? It's August 8th. Is that correct? I don't want to. I'm probably screwing that way up. Is it the 8th of August? Is that when it is? But I'll be on their anniversary, which is wild, dude. They've done so much in a year. I'm so freaking proud of you guys. Y'all are crushing it, and I freaking love it. And y'all are doing great things over there too, man. Like, I love just, I don't know. I love y'all's energy. Freaking hilarious dudes. Awesome guys. And if we lived closer, it is August 8th. Boom! Listen to that, Meg. Just over here thinking, oh, Reeves, he doesn't retain stuff. Woohoo! August 8th. But, yeah. So officially, I'll be over there on August 8th and hanging out for a little bit, and I'm freaking stoked. Freaking Master Go! What is up, dude? We got all the homies hanging out tonight. How are you doing? So 30 and 30, the album reactions that we've done, I have been loving this. It's probably one of my favorite freaking things that we've done on our Patreon recently, and I'm going to be posting like at least one song from every album that we're doing a reaction to. I'm going to be posting one song of that at least on our YouTube channel. So if you guys aren't on our Patreon and you can't get on there or anything like that, we're doing that. And also, I think I've got a couple of free ones that we're going to be doing as well too. So I'll let y'all know that we're doing some free albums on that list as well. I decided since you're doing 30 and 30, listening to all the albums, even if I've never heard of them. Yes, Julie, no freaking way. You're my hero. Never heard of them, and so far I've had a lot of fun. Looking forward to oh, yes! Freaking love that. Thank you so much. I've been talking to different people about this, and like I think it's cool because there's a lot of people that I know are like either fans of one band or not fan of another band, or haven't really ever checked out different bands. And it's so fun to be able to see who's like first time hearing some bands are on this. It's been wild. And so far, I think I've got, I've reacted to, I think 14. I believe we're 14 right now. And tonight, actually directly after this stream, if you guys are cool with this, I'm going to head over to Twitch and we're going to watch the mini album from TXT that just recently came out. What's the name of that one? But I do have that one pulled up. It's only like 7 songs, so it's not going to be a really long stream. It's not going to be a long stream. We're going to do that one on Twitch directly after this. So this won't be a very long stream on YouTube, and then it won't be a super long stream over on Twitch either, but we're going to check that album out if you guys are down. It's TXT's new album. I love your reaction to, oh my God, Motion in the Ocean by McFly. I had no idea we were getting some music videos in with that. So freaking funny. And apparently their next album is the best album, or like one of their best albums. So really excited to be checking that out. I've never checked out this full TXT album, and I'm really excited to be checking it. It's a mini album, but we shall see. So there we go. And then, so 30 and 30, we are almost completely done with that list. I think we might be fully done with that list now. I'm not sure if there's like a spot or two left on there. There were like some pending albums, and I need to see if we've got those like completely done yet. But I think that they might be totally done. So we might be completely, fully, like, got the whole thing going. Hopping out and doing stuff. Will you have fun, my homie? Thank you for being here. I went for Hobie. Yeah. Matrix. Really love. All right. Well, heck yeah. So there we go. We've got all that. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on. 30 and 30. I think we might have 1, maybe 2 slots open. They were kind of like floating in the air if they were going to happen or not, but I think they're still there. So we've got that. And then freaking live streaming concerts. So a big thing that, dude, it's been so fun, man. I've been hearing so much awesome music. And like, I don't know if y'all are like this, but for me personally, B-sides are like some of my favorite things, because I know that like the hits are going to be that thing. You know what I mean? And like, just from a music industry standpoint, a lot of record labels want you to have that hit. They want something that they could be like, here's the song that they're going to try to pitch and put on the radio, and everybody's going to hear it. Dragonfly! What up, dude? So, you know what I mean? There's like always with record labels and with music in the music business, they want that. But the B-sides are some of my favorite things. Dragonfly. Yes. Yes, dude. So that's definitely happening. So tonight what we're going to end up doing is we're watching a TXT album, their newest mini-sode that they've got. So we're going to be checking that out on Twitch tonight. And then the next one, this one actually won. It's going to be the 5 Sauce album. I'm going to promote that. We're going to talk about it. It should be done, I think, on Wednesday. I believe we're going to be doing that on Wednesday on Twitch. So I'm going to let everybody know exactly what time. It's probably going to be 8 o'clock on Twitch on Wednesday. We're going to be checking out the first ever 5 Sauce album I've ever checked out. But it's 5 Sauce 5. Is the name of the album. Dude, there's like 19 songs on it. Y'all got to hang out with me on this, okay? There's music videos. There's also songs and stuff. There's lyric videos. Never checked the full album out of theirs, but I really would like to. So we're going to be doing that. That's the one that won. We're going to be checking out 5 Sauce live on Wednesday. Today on Twitch, we're going to be checking out the TXT album. It's just kind of random, spare the moment, but I was like, let's do that. But then after that, we're putting all the names of the remaining albums that we have loved on here. All the remaining albums left over. And then next Wednesday, we're going to spin the wheel and see which album we're going to react to live. So we are going to do at least one more album reaction after that as well, too. But yes, the artists can often spread their wings on the B-sides. Yeah, Are they even? I don't even. Jody was like, "What are B-sides?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure a B-side is like things that there was stuff on the vinyl, the top of the vinyl, and then flip it over and there's the other stuff on the other side of the vinyl. That's what a B-side was. But like now, I reference B-sides as like stuff that isn't their main hits and stuff like that. It's like other things on the album, which I think, in my opinion, are always my favorite." A&R Man said, "I don't hear a single. The future was wide open. Tom Petty, rip." Yep. So essentially, yeah. I don't know, but I love that idea. Dragonfly was like, "Why don't you put all the albums on a spin wheel and just let the spin wheel decide?" So I think we're gonna do that. I'm really stoked, man. Stuff the record label didn't approve. Yeah, exactly. And I love that, man. Some artists will put an entire album out that's just wild experimental stuff, and I think that's really cool too. But I just I don't know. I'm a huge fan of finding those things. Also, one other thing to talk about. This has been such a fun thing with the 30 and 30. I'm going to do this again sometime. I'm not sure when, but anytime that I don't have a lot of traveling stuff going on, I'm going to do this again. It will happen for sure. So if you did miss out, or if your favorite album wasn't on this, know that it's like it's going to happen again, because it was too much fun. And I'm already halfway through the month as far as all the reactions go. I've already done like half of them. And it's been so fun that I'm like, man, I wish I had more albums to react to, because it's just been a blast. So definitely going to be doing this again if you guys want to check it out. I'm not sure when it will be. It might be like, I don't know. I don't think August, but sometime. We'll do it again before the end of the year for sure. 30 and 30. Austin Brown is going solo. Dang. Did he just recently start, like, announce that he was doing that? Still have all my old vinyl records. Yes. What's your favorite vinyl record that you have? Your favorite old vinyl record. Okay, and then yeah, so TXT album reaction tonight. Directly after this stream, we're going over to Twitch, watching the TXT new mini-sode, and then if you miss it on there, it will be up on our Patreon. But that is all the official stuff we got to talk about. Let's freaking check out this video from BoraCity, which is freaking awesome. Whoa, boom! Let me click over to here, and then over to here. Boom! So I've heard about this a little bit. I don't know enough about it, and I know that BoraCity knows what she's talking about when she's talking about stuff. So I figured this would be a really cool thing for us to do. Are you reacting to a new album of Jimin? Of course, I have to. It's like it's a compulsion that I have that like I can't stop myself. It's definitely happening, no matter what. Even if Jimin was like, "Please don't listen to my new album," I'd be like, "Sorry, I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to this new album." It has to happen. 30 and 30 tier list is all done. So not completely. I think there's room right now. There's 2 tentative albums that aren't like for sure on there yet. So maybe we're going to be there's 2 kind of like open in the air. But after that, I think it would be cool to do a tier list to see like which ones we like the most on there. But here we freaking go, man. Let's freaking do this. So, boom. This is the video we're checking out. This is actually from BoraCity, and like Joy said, she has her freaking receipts. This is the BTS Billions project, and if you're not familiar with it, welcome to the party. I'm not familiar with it either, but I'm really wanting to find out more about it. So let's do it together, and let's learn from a freaking awesome source, which is BoraCity. Freaking boom.
Today, I wanted to explain a very cool fan project for the BTS members that is getting attention on Twitter, but I feel like it's not being promoted on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram at all. So I made a little PowerPoint presentation with all the necessary information for the armies who are interested in participating. But
okay, really quick, and I just say this. I saw that part of this video, and I was like, well, I got to react to this on YouTube, because like her saying that there's not enough promotion on YouTube or anything like that about it. I was like, well, what can I do to help promote this? Obviously, live stream it and we can talk about it on here. Just don't want to take someone's spot. So we don't like, there are 2 right now that are up in the air. But if you've got something that you're like, oh, I want to check this one out, just let me know which one it is. And maybe like if the 2 don't end up going through, then we'll just put that one on there instead. But I mean, you don't have to do anything. I have everyone in my alarms go off 5 hours if it needs sleep. Love you all. have a blessed one, Rosie. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while. Oh, boom.
First, I want to explain my motivation to make this video. When I first became an ARMY, I never thought there would be a day when BTS would have multiple songs with a billion streams.
That
Much
is pretty
less that the
freaking
fandom
wild.
was going to be focusing on goals related to billions. So seeing all the enthusiasm about this project honestly makes me so happy. And
Can y'all
I
hear
have
it
to
okay?
give credit to Jin for this enthusiasm because I've seen this project around for a few months. But since Jin got back from the military, ARMYs feel way more motivated and the predictions for this project finally look doable. So
Can I also just say, like, as soon as Jin got out, like, do y'all feel like everything leading up to that point, it was like, not leading up to that point, but everything before that, it was just like kind of negative, because it's like Jin left for the military. Then we were just kind of like, I mean, I know that there's been like a lot of album drops and stuff, so there it hasn't just been negative. But like we were all just kind of waiting for like Jin went, then freaking like everybody just started going to the military and we're like, and it just felt like things kept getting taken. And then it's like whenever Jin came back, it's like, okay, now everybody's going to start coming back and things are going to be good again. You know what I mean? Like they obviously took care of us while they were gone as far as giving us like all these solo albums to check out and all this promotion that they've done. They did so freaking much, but I think at the same time, people were really upset that they were gone, you know? And it was just like one person after the next person was like leaving to the military. And now that Jin's back, it's like the floodgates are open. It's like, oh, now other people are coming back soon. Like J-Hope's going to be back soon. So yeah. Oh,
hopefully you are motivated too. Now, starting the slideshow, I want to make some clarifications. Number one, this is not my project.
Oh God,
I'm
I
not
should
sure
have checked
who
this part
started
yet.
it, but I find this account very helpful when it comes to conversations surrounding the project. So I recommend following their account if you're interested in participating. Also, because this is not my project, I don't have the answers to everything. I'm making
can you
this
hear it
video
better
so
now?
we can all talk to each other about the project and clarify some of our doubts.
Oh,
and
nice.
I also need help clarifying some stuff. So go to the comments for updates. Number
Freaking
two,
yes,
because
she's
I don't know
awesome.
who started the project and most ARMYs don't know as well, there is no clear consensus on the chosen songs part of the project. Playlists and guides are all over the place, but I'll explain all the options and the reasoning behind them. Number three, this project
Hi,
is
Vivian,
not
how you
intended to
doing?
replace the latest releases. Right Place, Wrong Person, Hope on the Street Volume 1, Friends, Muse, and any songs that will be released in the next year are not meant to be replaced by this project. To the contrary, I recommend treating this project as another new album. I think seeing it this way makes it way easier to remember this project every day. I just think of
that's
it
cool.
as a new BTS album. Okay, so let's start with the first part of the project, and that is the solo plaques on Spotify. This is the entire project's main focus.
Okay,
If
I've been
you need
wondering
to pay
what this
attention
is.
to something is this part. The goal here is to give all 7 members a Spotify billion plaque as soon as possible, preferably before they're all back from the military. This
Okay.
is a very extreme goal, but keep in mind that the hype when they come back is huge. So if it doesn't happen before they're all back from the military, it can happen before their first comeback as a group or before their comeback tour.
So I'm wondering too, like I'm sure she'll tell us, but like with the blacked out and then the color right here. So okay, yeah, clearly that's what it is. So like JK's got a billion already, freaking Jimin's got a billion. I'm just trying to think of which one it is for Jimin. Which one is it for Jimin?
Any case, we need to start working now or else it won't work. So far, Jimin and Jungkook already have plaques.
Right off the
Jimin
bat.
has one
Like
for
Crazy?
Like Crazy
Yes.
and Jungkook has one for 7, but they are still part
Hell yeah.
of the project.
Bill!
All we need to do is
You
focus
live in Nashville,
on the
I
next
live in
song
Atlanta,
close
it's
to
hot
1
as hell
billion.
here.
One last
It's starting
general
to rain
point
like
that you
crazy.
need to
It's
have
good to
in
see you.
mind is
Dude,
that only
thank you
for
so
this project,
freaking much.
you don't need
I
to
hope you're having an
overthink
amazing
filtering.
one. Thank
Let me
you,
explain.
Bill.
Sometimes when
Bill.
artists release new songs, their
I hope
fans
it
like
cools
to
down
loop
soon,
the
my friend.
song all day so they have a ton of streams. These are considered low quality streams by Billboard and are not counted for charts. This is the reason.
Hold on one whole second. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna check that
Sometimes
part
when
again really
artists
quick.
release new songs, their fans like to loop the song all day so they have a ton of streams. These are considered low quality streams by Billboard and
damn.
are not counted for charts.
So that's a massive thing there. I just wanted to double check what they just said. So essentially, if you just keep looping the same song over and over and over and over and over again, it doesn't really
This
count
is
for
the
anything.
reason why there are some K-pop songs with millions or even billions of streams, but no good placement on the Billboard charts. ARMYs don't really like this, so we listen to the new song with a focused playlist like this. We listen to the new song, then 3 other songs, then the new song, then 4 other songs, then the new song, then 3 other songs. You get the idea. However, for this project, all of this overthinking doesn't really matter. Songs that have not truly reached 1 billion filter streams have received a billion plaque. Now, I'm not saying to start looping from now on. That is a bad practice, and actually we don't even have to. There are 7 members and we're focusing on one song from each of them. That is filtering enough. So what I am saying is to not overthink your 1 billion playlist. Just listen to the 7 songs. You can add other songs and you can also not add other songs. And if you have 1 or 2 songs in between the same song, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you play the songs. If you're too lazy or too busy to make a playlist, just search for one. Check that the songs are the correct songs and play the playlist. That's it. So what are the songs that we're focusing on? As you can see here, there is no general agreement with certain members. I'll explain why in order of most urgent to less urgent. At number 1, we have RM. The RM song that is getting more streams currently is Lost. If we go with today's numbers, Lost would reach 1 billion around 2027, while Wildflower is predicted to reach 1 billion in 2031. However, Lost is going through its new release phase, and we don't know how much the prediction date is going to change in the next 12 months. So many consider Wildflower to be the most viable option because it currently has more than 230 million streams, while Lost has yet to reach 100 million. I recommend streaming Wildflower for this project but not dropping Lost because it's a new project and not listening to it is unacceptable. Who knows, maybe we'll get crazy and make Lost surpass Wildflower. Whatever happens, we need to prioritize these songs because we need to stream in 1 year what we would have streamed in 6 years. If you think this is impossible, look at this old prediction. Before the project, Wildflower was estimated to reach 1 billion in 2035. Now the prediction is 2031. Those are 4 years less. So focus a lot because Wildflower is now stuck at 2031. If we want to move it to 2025, we need to make this work fast. Next, at number 2, we have J-Hope.
Can I just say this really quick too? Because like as a content creator, I don't really look at numbers too much. Like I try not to be analytical like in those type of ways because it bothers me. You know what I mean? Like if it used to bother me. Like if I would have something just pop off, like if my stuff was going crazy. To give y'all an idea, like I do know my numbers, like analytics for stuff, right? So normally my channel every single 24 hours gets roughly, like on average, about 120,000 views. That's how many views I normally get every 24 hours. It's about 120,000. That's on average. So like, it doesn't, I don't know. That used to, like, if it would drop down really crazy or something like that, it would like, I'd be like, oh my God. But it's been a slowly increasing thing for a long time. So it's been like, it wasn't obviously always that. It's been like kind of fluctuating and stuff. But on average now, that's what I average on my channel. But you can see these things. And then as far as like subscribers and stuff like that. So I do look at those type things. I know that type of stuff. But one thing that's really cool is if you get on like, there's different websites that you can look up like your YouTube analytics stuff, and they have goals for you. And I remember whenever we were shooting for like 100,000 subscribers, it at the time was like, whenever I first got told, hey, you can look and see your analytics and you could see like projections and all this stuff and where you rank in the globe and stuff. Whenever I was like looking for that, mine said that it was going to happen sometime like months down the road, and it was like it will happen in October or something like that. I remember it was like there was a certain date that it gave me for making 100,000 subscribers, and I was like, once I see something like that, I'm very goal oriented, you know what I mean, and I like to prove people wrong. I'm like, bet. So yeah, like Social Blade. So like I get on there, I look, and my future projection was like I don't know what it was, like sometime in October or something like that. AJ, what up, yo? And I was like, so I'm going to prove this wrong. Whatever it is, we're going to try to do it sooner than that. You know what I mean? And so I was like, let's freaking do this. All hands on deck. Let's freaking go for it. And so like, I really wanted to go for it and prove them incorrect. So we blew past that, by the way. It was supposed to be October. It was like way earlier than that. And so even though, like, I know that there's reasons that they've got their projections like that, but I think that's projections before this billion club thing started and things like this, because a lot of the times those projections are given the current trajectory and the current highs and lows of that streaming, you know? And with projects like this, her saying that, like, it is even moved up from where it was before this list was started, after her video, I bet you anything it's going to go dramatically decrease that time as well, too. And then if we all start doing this, like, dude, I think I might have Spotify on my phone. But in saying that, even if I don't have Spotify on my phone, I'm about to get it and I'm about to put this on because it costs me nothing to do this. It costs all of us nothing to do this. And I bet you anything that we can move that needle a lot faster just by like, even if, like, I don't know, 10 of us, even if 10 of us here did this playlist and just let it play, I mean, that's moving this needle really, really far. And I mean, like, look, V for Love Me Again, that's pretty close. We got a lot of stuff going here.
The most streams as of today is Neuron. However, the song closer to 1 billion is More. Now, I've noticed that most armies are using More in their 1 billion playlists. This confuses me because Neuron won the voting for the J-Hope Focus song. And I believe Neuron won because it's gaining almost 500,000 streams every day, while More is only gaining 100,000. In theory, Neuron will surpass More and reach 1 billion streams first. However, this can also be said about Lost and Wildflower, yet most people still chose Wildflower. In any case, this specific Twitter account is focusing on Neuron first and More second. Since Neuron is a new single, I am personally already listening to it every day, so I'm really focusing on both songs. By the time I'm making this video, Neuron is predicted to reach 1 billion in 2029. That's a good question, guys. We need to move it to 2025, so we need to move now. Next, we have Auguste. Yoongi has music under the name Auguste and under the name Suga. We're focusing on Auguste because it has way higher numbers in general.
Can I also just say it, like, disturbs me to know that he's not on this billion playlist? Because I'm like, how the heck have I not given him, like, easily a freaking million? I don't know, dude. I listen to, like, D-Day, that album, I listen to that almost every time I go running. That's such a vibe, man.
The song closer to 1 billion is Dechuita. However, Hegum is getting a lot more streams because it's a newer song, and it's predicted to surpass Dechuita and reach 1 billion streams sooner. So most armies are focusing on Hegum. I still put Dechuita on the list just so you are aware that there is a song closer to 1 billion. But like I said, all predictions favor Hegum, which is estimated to hit 1 billion in 2028.
Also, too, like, if you look at, like, Hegum versus Dechital's been out for a good bit longer than Hegum, and Hegum's already almost, like, taken over it. So, like, that saying that it's being listened to not only, like, more because it's, like, new, but even whenever Dechital was new, it wasn't getting as many plays as, like, Hegum is. So it would definitely, I mean, it's gonna like, surpass it very soon, and it's got way more momentum. So if you are making a playlist based off this stuff, Hegum would be the one that I would put on here and just be like, boom. This is just Spotify. Yeah, no, it is just Spotify, but do you need a Spotify subscription? I don't know if you can do this on the free thing. I think you could probably do this on the free thing. You just have to get the you just probably have to get on the playlist, which I think you can do, right? You can do this without a thingy. Who's get a couple Beelzebub and Vortex? Blitz and Solace or Million Moxie. Listen, I'm gonna have to throw this one out there, and people can hate on me all they want to, but Million Moxie I think is the GOAT. Because, dude, I would never, ever, ever mess with why do I keep thinking Millie? Anyways, I would never mess with Millie. She seems like a wild one, and she's the one you want in your corner.
Is 3 years away from our goal date, so please make an extra effort with Hegum as well. If you can stream both songs every day, you are free to do it. But if you can only focus on one song, don't think twice. Prioritize Hegum. Now going with the less debated songs, we have Jin with The Astronaut. The Astronaut is about to hit 500 million streams, and it's predicted to reach 1 billion in September of 2026. This is more than a year after our goal date. We want The Astronaut to reach 1 billion around the middle of 2025. So this song is also in the high priority list.
That one's kind of a weird one too, but we'll talk about it in a second.
And that can only happen if we focus on these songs. Jen confirmed that he will release his album soon. So when the album drops, don't forget about The Astronaut. Next we have V. His closer song to 1 billion is Love Me Again. This is
Such a good
predicted to
song.
happen this year, so we are in the right track. It looks like Taeyong is definitely getting his billion plaque before he gets back from the military. However, this project will continue once he gets his billion plaque, so we can push Friends to 1 billion as well. It's
Oh, nice.
predicted
Heck
to
yeah.
hit 1 billion a few months after he gets back. But we need to focus on Friends anyway because it can become the most streamed song of 2024 by a K-act. So Love Me
What?
Again is the closest song to 1 billion, but we need to push Friends. If we do it, then we move on to the next songs closer to 1 billion,
Well,
which
that's
are
freaking
Slow
awesome. I didn't
Dancing
know that.
and Rainy Days. Next is
Rainy
Jimin.
Days is awesome.
Jimin already has a 1 billion plaque, but he will receive his next one in 2027. 2027 is too far away and we need the prediction date to be closer. So the Jimin song we're focusing on for this project is Set Me Free Part 2. After this one, the closest song to 1 billion is Like Crazy English version. We don't know how much this list is going to change once Jimin drops his second album. Maybe the numbers from the new singles will end up having better predictions. But for now, please prioritize Set Me Free Part 2. Next, we
I
have
agree with that. I
Jungkook.
think that's
Just
cool.
like Jimin, Jungkook already has a 1 billion plaque, but predictions for his other songs look very good as well. Left and Right is the closest song to 1 billion,
dang.
and it's predicted to reach this goal this year. However, as
Well,
you
that's
can
wild.
see, the Jungkook focus on is Standing Next to You. This is because the plaque for Left and Right will go to Jungkook, BTS, and Charlie Puth. This is still a nice accomplishment
cool.
for Jungkook and BTS, but Standing Next to You will be the first plaque Jungkook will receive with no features. It will be
Oh,
just
wow.
him, so we are focusing on this song for now.
So with 7, did he? I guess because it's got the girl that does the rapping in it, right? So I guess him and her share that, and then Standing Next to You would be. Dude, honestly, how is that one not already got a billion? So while I've got it paused, I want to talk to you all about two things. First of all, Jin the Astronaut, that one popping off. It honestly had a huge push too before he came back. So that is a big reason that there was a lot of trajectory behind that. And I think if we keep it moving, I'd like to see where it was before they started doing things for Jin, pushing the astronaut before he got back, because there was like a huge army push to get the astronaut going. So I'd wonder where it was at before that, and then be able to looking at something along those lines and kind of judge a project based off of that, see how far they can move something. Whenever they're, whenever we're like trying to push something together, I know that astronaut was doing that before he came back. So I'm wondering where it was pre that project, and then after it. Obviously right now we're at 429 million. So that's kind of a little bit of a different one in this list because it's already had a project backing it, but now we're already almost at 500,000 or 500 million. And then also with Standing Next to You, I don't know, I didn't think about 7. I guess Lotto, is that her name? Is that how you say it? Lotto. But that's wild too to think about. And then Goat said here, also my understanding is that labels hate that people download the music because it takes away from the stream. Well, that's very true, man. I've talked to a couple of people about where they get the most money from local bands' perspective. What platform pays the most whenever you're listening to stuff. Spotify does pay really well, and then also Amazon Music. So those two things apparently pay really freaking well. So 7 is already at 16 million? Is that million with an M's? But yeah, those two apparently pay pretty well. I'm not 100% sure, but that's apparently what it is. Not at all in love with this AI vocal coding. Yeah, some of that vocal coding stuff's pretty wild, man. Not gonna lie to you, but yeah, but some of it is pretty funny. Like I Glued My Balls. That song is hilarious.
Once Standing Next to
I think
You
if you do
hits
it
1
funny, then I'm
billion,
cool with
the
it.
Jungkook song for this project will be 3D. Also, have in mind that Euphoria is a Jungkook solo song under the name BTS, but we are
Oh.
not there yet. Our priority right now is Standing Next to You.
Girls'
That is basically
voice?
everything for this part of the project.
Oh, wait,
it's
no, that's
important to
not,
recognize that the Magnet line
this isn't
already
AI
has or will
voice. Like,
definitely
it's not an
receive
AI
their 1
voice.
billion
It's
plaques.
actually a
Of course,
voice.
they are still part of the project because they still have goals to reach before they come back from the military. But we need to put a lot of extra effort with the hyung line. I know it's easier to complain and blame everyone else for the difference in numbers, but I've noticed that motivating each other with the real predictions and our progress is always more effective. For example, in 3 weeks, Wildflower has shortened its prediction time by 11 months. So again,
Damn.
I need everyone to believe that it is possible. It really is. Just don't overthink your playlist. Play the 7 songs or the 9 songs and then do it again. More importantly, push the songs by the hyung line or else it won't work. There are already a ton of playlists focused on the hyung line, so just search them up. It really is that easy. The most important thing is to remember to stream these playlists every day. This is the only way the project can work. Now, like I said, the Solo Billions project is the main focus. These songs should be the priority. However,
awesome.
you can diversify your playlist and also consider these other songs part of other mini projects related to the Billions Club. First, we have the BTS Billions Club as a group. The goal of this project is to extend the list of BTS songs with 1 billion streams. BTS already has 4 songs with more than 1 billion streams. However, focusing on other songs that are also close to 1 billion
Dude,
will
Fake
not only
Love
help
hasn't got a
BTS get
billion
more
yet?
plaques, but also
Life
increase
goes
their
on?
overall numbers during hiatus. As I mentioned in the Jungkook section, Left and Right is predicted to hit 1 billion this year. The plaque will not only be sent to Jungkook, but also to BTS because they are credited as artists. However, because Left and Right will definitely hit 1 billion before BTS is back, we are focusing on Fake Love. We are prioritizing Fake Love because the prediction date being January of 2026 is too late. We need to move the prediction date to at least half a year earlier. So include Fake Love in your solo playlist as well. The next BTS songs predicted to hit 1 billion are Life Goes On in 2027, Permission to Dance in 2029, Euphoria, Spring Day, and DNA in 2030,
God, I
and
can't
Blood, Sweat, and
believe
Tears
Spring-
in 2031. One thing that I wanted to highlight about this list of songs
I know.
is that we have at least 2 versions for all of these songs.
I just gotta say, I'm actually quite shook that there's a lot of these songs that are not on the billion list yet. I mean, like Fake Love, What, freaking, honestly, Spring Day surprised me, I think, the most because I've heard that that's always on like the top list in South Korea. I heard that it's like in the top all the time. It's such a good
This
song.
can help you make
but
different playlists.
I'm blown
Left
away.
and Right
I think
is
this is
part
one of the biggest
4
things where I'm like,
albums.
what?
Fake Love is part of 3. Life Goes On is in 2. Permission to Dance is in 2. DNA is in 3. And Euphoria, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Spring Day, Black Swan, and Idol are in 2 albums. As you can see, most of these songs are part of BTS's anthology album Proof. So while streaming these songs, you are also helping increase the numbers of Proof. Also, if you
Yeah, I
don't
like
remember
BoraCity's
this list of
voice
songs,
actually a lot.
just stream Proof and you will be indirectly helping this project. Like I said, using all these versions is not necessary, but I still wanted everyone to know that it is an option. Finally, a smaller project related to Spotify is the 2 Billion Club. The goal is to make BTS and the BTS members the first K-acts to reach 2 billion streams on
nice.
Spotify, because no one has done it before. This list only includes 6 songs, and this number will only decrease because 2 songs are already predicted to hit 2 billion before BTS is back.
Oh
The
God,
2
that's
songs
awesome.
predicted to reach 2 billion soon are 7 by Jungkook and Dynamite by BTS. Next is Like Crazy by Jimin, which is predicted to hit 2 billion in
I
June
love that
of
Like
2025.
Crazy's doing so
we
good for
can
Jimin,
push
man.
it
That's
a few
freaking
months
awesome.
before as well. The next songs are My Universe, Butter, and Boy With Love by BTS. These predictions look very far away, so it would be nice if we can shorten their prediction dates before BTS makes their comeback and does the big push. Remember that these songs are part of multiple albums as well. That is everything when it comes to Spotify. I wanted to explain all these projects, but remember to prioritize this list. The last thing I want to
Yeah.
talk about is the BTS YouTube Billions Club. The explanation for this one is way shorter. The goal is to extend the list of BTS music videos with 1 billion views. Until now, Dynamite, Boy With Love, DNA, Mic Drop, Idol, and Fake Love have more than 1 billion views. Remember that when it comes to YouTube, filtering does matter because YouTube loves deleting our views. So don't loop or your views will be for nothing. Also,
That's true.
you can use a playlist. Remember that YouTube reflects playlist views days after. So playlists are not recommended in the first week of release. But because these videos are not new, you can use a playlist. So these are the 10 music videos closer to 1 billion. Your playlist should include Blood, Sweat and Tears, Butter, Dope,
That's
Fire,
awesome.
Save Me, Permission to Dance, Unkinetic Manifesto Film, Not Today,
God,
Life
that's so
Goes
good.
On, and Spring Day. As you can see, all of these music videos are on the Hype Label's YouTube channel.
Okay, now one thing I do have to bring up about this is the music video is going to be a little bit different for me, in my opinion, because, like, first of all, they're all freaking awesome, and I think that they all deserve a billion views on this, but good God, if I watched Spring Day and Life Goes On, if I watched the music videos however many times a day that I could watch the music videos, I'd be a freaking wreck, dude. I'd be a sobbing wreck at least a couple of times. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, I'm just saying you should do this. Yes. But also at the same time, I'd be a sobbing freaking wreck. And probably, I mean, like Spring Day, good God. Life Goes On for sure. That one got me. I don't know why that one got me so bad. But man, like it got me the first time I watched it. Now every time I watch it, I'm like, I got it. I just got to go take a walk really quick.
Except for two. Dope and Fire are on the 1DK YouTube channel. Make sure you're watching the right videos on the right channels, because Dope and
With a
Fire
big old
have
Kleenex,
way
for
less
real.
views on hype labels, so we are focusing on 1DK. I already created a playlist you can use. Just click on my channel,
BoraCity with a
go to
playlist.
playlists, and there you can find the Road to 1 billion views playlist.
She's
I
freaking
included
awesome,
the
man.
11 music videos close to 1 billion, as well as Dynamite because it's about to reach 2 billion. On my
That's freaking
channel,
awesome.
I also have a chapter 2 playlist with all the newest releases. So that is everything. Once again, here are all the songs part of the 1 billion project on Spotify, solo, and group. And here are the songs that we want to reach 2 billion streams and the music videos we want to reach 1 billion views. Remember that we're actually a very small group of fans who are participating in the project. So don't fight with the ones who don't want to join. Instead, share the project on different social media platforms and motivate the ones who do want to participate. When there are changes with these lists, I will mention it in the comment section. That is everything. Thank you for listening, and I hope you join the project.
Freaking BoraCity magazine. Leave it to her. Freaking awesome. And for real, please make sure you guys go follow her. I'm going to actually put a link to this video that we just watched in the freaking comments. Boom. There's a link to the video that we actually just watched too. If you guys don't mind going hit her with a like on her video as well too. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so. It's freaking awesome. I think there's a lot of people out there that cover news for different artists that give a lot of opinion pieces, and that's totally fine. I feel like everybody's valid and able to have those things, but she always backs up her opinions with like legit freaking, there's like, she's got something to back it up with, and I think that's awesome. But anyways, freaking talking about that. So one thing that Goats is saying here too, I'm not sure how I feel about people leaving videos and songs and repeat sound off all day, to manipulate data. So it definitely happens like that a lot with other things as well too. Like I know artists that I know people, this is weird. This is a weird one, okay? And I feel like in some ways this shouldn't be legal. I don't know how it is, but it is in some ways. I know people that buy like really old phones, really old cell phones, like the oldest ones that can possibly have apps, and they'll just get tons of them, like 20 freaking of them, and daisy chain power supply stuff, hook them all up to their internet, get different accounts set up on Spotify, and then just play their song, just their song on Spotify. And they're getting like 20 plays every whatever, and I've seen people do that. I know people that do that a lot. I don't feel like this is messing, like I think that this is a thing where this doesn't happen a lot in the fandom where people are doing this. Maybe it does. I'm not really 100% sure, but the way I look at it is like, I know that this is kind of a thing that they're doing and that Army is doing to not only, first of all, hopefully get some more people introduced to their music, but also it's kind of like an appreciation. It's like a thank you while they were gone, and it's something cool for them whenever they get back from the military, for them to like come back home and be like, we got this. It's freaking cool. And that's something that Army did for them. You know what I mean? So it'd be like if I don't know, like for me, for instance, if I was gone for a while and then came back from vacation, and then all of a sudden my freaking views in my channel exploded for a while. And it's because like, while I was gone, viewers and stuff got together and just like blew up my numbers. That would be freaking awesome. I think it wouldn't be bad by any means. I do agree with what you're saying. Like it's just kind of feels like it could be like inflating things or something like that, but I don't think that it's from a bad place by any means. And I'm totally like, if people want to partake in it, then that's totally cool. And like she said at the ending of the video, I don't think that you should ever like chastise people for not wanting to do it, because I think everybody has their own reasons to have reservations about it and stuff. But in my opinion, I'm probably gonna go for it. I'm definitely gonna help them out, because I feel like, I don't know, man, if any way I can give back, that's what I would like to do. This is skin. you're going for a Guinness World Record, right? This is akin to going for a Guinness World Record. Exactly, yeah. It's confusing, honestly. I don't want to listen to the same song over and over and not being a downer, but it's hundreds and hundreds of songs. Yeah, well, that's very true, too. They definitely have a lot of songs. But, so, yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong way about this. It's just something that I wanted to bring light to and let other people know in case people didn't know about it, because I had no idea what the heck the Billions Project was until we actually just watched this video right here. Something that I don't know. And if there's any way that we can help him that, for sure doing so would be really cool. Split up all the way. You're not listening to the same thing over and over again. Yeah, monotony, man. Isn't there I don't know. I would be cool with setting a playlist up like this and just letting it run, just because, again, it's something I feel like we're trying to help them do. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely down to help in any way I can. But like I said, there's freaking Hyung, for instance. I've played that song so many freaking times. It should have 1 billion plays already. But then it's cool whenever you find out, too, that, their YouTube, that's just Spotify, man. And, by the way, the reason that one of my friends does this, I think he said he's got 20 phones, but I think he might be generalizing, and he might have more than that now. Yeah, exactly. You just let the music play low on your PC. But one of my friends, it's essentially he does this because it's does anybody know what crypto mining is? So crypto mining, essentially, you let your computer run code and mine cryptocurrency. And that used to be a huge thing. People are probably still doing it now. I'm not sure. But he essentially wrote a few songs. He's got a lot of stuff on Spotify. I think he's got I don't know. He's got 2 albums or something like that on Spotify. But he's got 2 albums with all those songs worth of music. And then he's got 20 cell phones playing them constantly on a thing. And he's it hardly costs me any money because it's daisy chained. And they're not really it's not taking up a lot of energy, and it's just music that it's playing all the time. And he showed me payouts that he's gotten from there. Wild. So I totally understand why he's doing it. It's probably going to get him in trouble. I'm surprised he hasn't been in trouble for it, so I'm not going to name any names on here, but I mean, he's doing it. So I don't know. I use BoraCity's playlist and then my own playlist to keep others going. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a fine thing for fans to do. I don't think there's anything wrong with people doing that, but if anybody does have reservations and doesn't want to do it, then it's totally cool too. You don't have to, you know. There are big crypto farms in people's basements that could be used to be for real. And the weird thing is so crypto mining is you're kind of hoping for things. It's you've got to have a really powerful processor. You've got to have a lot of money into it now because it's you're competing against other people that are trying to crypto mine. But with music and playing on Spotify, you're literally just playing the song. So it's I don't know. Kind of wild, man. Kind of freaking wild. And this is a way of overcoming YouTube and other platforms' way of burying BTS numbers by sheer numbers yeah, and you know what's really wild too? She mentioned in here that YouTube really likes deleting views. That's messed up because at the end of the day, the amount of views that they're deleting, it's a lot of freaking money. They're losing a lot of revenue for the views that they're getting deleted, which is kind of messed up, man. Because the ads are being watched. You know what I mean? Don't see anything wrong with it. Just changed my view a bit of how those numbers are obtained. Yeah, no, and I feel like you should know that that's how some of these numbers are obtained. That is how a lot of things are done, and especially in I don't know. I've kind of wondered this sometimes. I don't know if this happens or not. I've kind of wondered this. YouTube definitely deletes views, but I sometimes wonder about this as well too. I don't feel like this happens for everything, but I sometimes am concerned about this. But if you ever thought about whenever a new song comes out and I do a reaction to a new song, for instance, there's a Lisa song that came out not too long ago, which I thought was a freaking cool song. I thought it was a cool music video, so I did a reaction to it. I posted it up on YouTube. Do you ever think that sometimes record labels might also inflate reactions views? Do y'all think that happens? I don't know. I have no clue, but maybe. I think they might. You know what I mean? I don't know if they do or not. Because, they get monetized on the views of the reactions, right? So it's money that kind of trickles into their stuff. So it's if my reaction gets 40,000 views, it's $400 essentially that might go to them. You know what I mean? Dun, dun, dun. Worst part is that these companies have invested interest. So always wondering, but really supporting. Wait, what's the racism? Wait, what is it? Oh, they delete views? I don't know. I don't know that it's necessarily that. I feel like sometimes YouTube's deleting views for like, it might be some of their stuff that's like a computer or something like that. Something might flag it, you know what I mean? But I don't necessarily know that there's like a big wig in YouTube that's like, this one's getting a lot of views, delete them. I don't know that that's happening, you know what I mean? But maybe there is a conspiratorial side of myself that thinks maybe that's what's happening. But you know, maybe, not really sure. You can actually watch them being deleted. Yeah, I've seen that, which sucks. It sucks whenever you're watching the video and you see it actively go backwards and you're like, what? That's messed up. About the videos that get the views that get deleted, I need to watch that one. That seems like a thing that I need to see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if that ever happens with reactors as well too. Like as far as like companies paying for reactors views to get inflated. Like if I don't know, like you're like JYP and their new artist just came out with a new song and they're like, all right, like inflate anybody that does reaction to it, inflate their views. I wonder if that happens. I don't know. Where she explains how the various platforms manipulate the numbers for big companies in support of the artist they want the top. It's very interesting. Damn. BoraCity's got some freaking awesome videos, and she's done a lot of research, man. I think the day of YouTubers not being some form of a journalist, I think that day's over, man. I know a lot of YouTubers that are doing more journalism than most journalists nowadays. You know what I mean? And I love that. So independent journalism now is very much so alive on YouTube, and I love that. She's freaking crushing it, in my opinion, for Army. I just have a bad habit of getting stuck on one song and listening to it over and over again, so some of my streams probably get deleted. AJ, I'm the same way, though. If a song's stuck in my head, I'm like, I cannot get this out, and I'll just listen to it a lot. Oh, so maybe Chrome browser reports that the videos have been minimized, views, etc. That could be it as well, too. But yeah, so homies. Speaking of which, we're going to be going over to Twitch now, and we're going to be checking out a live reaction of TXT's new mini album, the third or the fourth sode, I think is what it's called, the fourth mini-sode. So we're going to be checking that over on our Twitch if you guys want to hop over there. It would be fun to hang out. I don't know. If you guys are down, we're going to be doing that. But 30 and 30, I think we're 14 albums in. And after we watch this, we'll be 15 albums in. And they're scheduled one day after the next, after the next, after the next. So we're like, we're crushing it, man. You guys are crushing it. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I've been learning a lot of new songs and like checking out a lot of new music. It's been freaking legit. So yeah, if you guys are down, there should be a link to our Twitch in the description if you guys need one. I'm going to go ahead and post it right here. Twitch.tv/John Reeves Live. It's not going to be a very long stream over there, but if you guys would like to join, it will be a lot of fun. We're checking out TXT's new freaking mini album, so I will catch you guys over there, hopefully. And if not, I'll catch y'all later, homies. I hope y'all have a blessed freaking week, for real. I hope it's amazing. And if you guys do need anything at all, message me, all of my socials, at John Reeves Live. And freaking, yeah, make something awesome happen this week. And then tell me about it. Tell me something freaking amazing that happens in your week. Freaking, let's do this. Let's crush this week together.